That's right. This is not clickbait. We're not fooling you here. Mad Pete has returned. Yep. Yep, we're just excited to have this bad boy back. It's almost as good a condition as the day we sold it. I think the only major change is the guy changed the bumper because he said he destroyed the other one. Yep. Anyways, to answer your question, how we got this back, well, the guy we sold it to gave us a call. This is about, say, almost a month ago. Yeah, the guy gave us a call, and he said he was going to sell it, and asked us if we'd be interested to buy this thing back. And so we said sure. And so we negotiated a price and agreed on a price. And about 3 weeks ago we picked this bad boy up. And the reason why the guy got rid of it, he sold it because he was going to go buy a brand new quad axle dump truck and go update a couple pieces of his equipment. So yep. So we're just we're glad to have this bad boy back. It's an awesome truck. And if you've been to most of you might remember if you've been subscribed to me for a long enough time. If you haven't, let's go check out the videos. I have a playlist on my go to my channel. Just go to my playlist and just go to Project Mad Pete. You can see videos on the entire build of this truck. Anyway, speaking of that, I want to talk to you all about our last truck building video, the 06 Peterbilt 379 triaxle. And right now, that is my most popular video on my channel. That video is my first video with over 100,000 views. It's got over 102,000 views last time I checked, which is like just awesome. I never thought I would get a video with over 100,000 views. It's just amazing. But however, I've been getting a lot of negative comments on the thing, like it's not, in all sense, it's not heavy duty enough. It's gonna fall apart. Well, I beg to differ on you. Differ on you guys. Like this one here. This one was a road tractor. It's got the basic axles, 12K front, 40K rear. But however, we did double frame this. I'll go show you in a sec. Like I said, we double framed on the inside, of course. And on top of that, this bed came with a 3-inch thick, fully boxed subframe. But I know that truck we built last spring didn't have that. But still, that truck there that we built last spring, I'm 100% confident that's going to hold up beautifully. And I'll show you guys another example of another truck we did. And I got a video of it. It's called Project 528. I filmed that almost 2 years ago. And that truck there is a 96 Pete 379 extended hood, and that was a road tractor. We bought that truck back in 2001, and about 1 year later, we built that into a dump truck. And we ran it. We worked it for about 3 years. I think we sold it in 04 or 05. We sold it to another paving company, and they worked the piss out of it for holy cows, for about 12 years. And then just like this truck you're looking at, we end up buying that one back. The guy called us. This guy called us, hey, we want to buy it back. I said, sure. And we bought it back, and of course then we did it, and I did a video on that. Like I said, I did a video on that 2 years ago. And that truck there, that's got the axles, the frames, and the suspension components are still the original ones. Nothing broke. Everything's still intact and perfectly fine. this goes to show you that you can take a road tractor and convert it to a dump truck. You don't necessarily need big axles and big frame to have a proper dump truck. But unless you're running it off-road, like if you're working in the mines or working in quarries all the time, you know, then will probably be necessary. But if you say like myself, you're like, if you're doing asphalt paving, or if you're in excavating or landscaping, you know, a truck like this you're looking at here will suit you just fine. Will serve you very well, and it won't give you no, and it ain't gonna give you no issues with suspension and axles and that jip jazz. But you know, just I understand, you know, people have their opinions, and there are those keyboard warriors out there. But let me tell you something, people, to those haters out there, if we still have this truck right here by the end of next season, I'm going to do a video on it and show you guys that it's still in one piece, that's still performing like a champion. You know, because hey, we've been doing this for 2 decades, you know, converting these road tractors into trucks. We never had any major issues with them. I mean, only issues we see is just mechanical, like, you know, engine and transmission or, you know, that kind of stuff. But other than that, they worked out great. And yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not it's like talking to a camera, you know. But yeah. And I don't know if you all know this truck you see on the outside right there, that truck is the same exact truck that you saw in that C15 Caterpillar Acert engine rebuild video, which is my second most popular video. That's got over 67,000 views. And I also got a few negative comments because Alex, the guy who did the rebuild on it, the mechanic that did the rebuild on it, he was using a metal socket to install the cam bearings. I got a couple comments on that. But however, I did talk to Alex about that later on, and he said it's not the right thing to do, but as long as they didn't bind, you'll be fine. Which they didn't. He said they did not bind, which is okay. You know, apparently it's good enough because, let me zoom in a little bit, because this truck runs fantastic. We had no issues with the engine. It'll probably use maybe, I don't know, maybe half a gallon of oil between oil changes. But other than that thing just runs fantastic. And you also notice my year-end slideshow I do. This truck was featured on there, showing it, getting it repainted. Oop, I'm fogging up here. Sorry. And but I'll tell you this much. Last year, when we bought that truck last year, it was an absolute money pit. But this year, it's a money maker. But even this truck here too. I mean, it was a dump truck when we bought it. It was already made to a dump truck when we bought it. But this was a road tractor. But however, this does have the heavier axles. It's got the big rear axles, the 46,000 rear axles. It's got the big rear axles. And I think it's got at least a 14.6 front, at least. But, which is really for us, it's overkill. But still, it's great. No, but that truck's been awesome, and the engine has been running fantastic ever since we overhauled it. We had no problems whatsoever. And also, somebody asked me about the Kubota. I'll probably do another video of that in the future. Overall, they're really good machines. We've been very happy with it. But the only major issue with Kubota is their fuel injectors. See, this one here is actually a loaner. They gave us a loaner to use in case we have to plow snow, if we got a lot of snow. But lately, you can see there's not much. Well, it's cold as frig though. It's like 5 degrees out, 5 above zero. Well, it's probably like 5 below with a wind chill. That's why I'm in the shop filming this these outside vehicles here. But anyways, yeah, about the Kubota skid steers. The only major issue was the fuel injectors. What it will do is on ours on a cold start, it will knock and miss. It will knock really bad and miss a little bit. But once it warms up, it's perfectly fine. It's wonderful. I mean, no issue whatsoever. And it also gives off a very bad odor. And anyways, what sucks is, and this is what the service department told us, is what they do. They send the injectors to Kubota. They take the injectors out of the motor and send to Kubota. And Kubota said, okay, yeah, they're broke. They confirm that they're broke. And they rebuild them and send them back. And they say it could take 3 weeks to a month process. So that's why they gave us this loaner right here, which is the same exact thing as we got. But probably once we get ours back, I'll do an in-depth review on that. Anyways, folks, the point is, we don't build shit trucks. We don't build junk trucks. All right? And believe me, I know many people who do. And shouldn't be out selling trucks anyways. But they still do. But us, we build good trucks. We build trucks that are safe and reliable. Okay, we don't just cobble shit and slap together and there you go. No, we're not that way. We do things right. We don't do them all, or we don't do it at all. Anyway, guys, I hope you understand what I'm talking about here. Hope you understand how we build our trucks and also to help you guys learn that you can make a road truck into a dump truck and it still be perfectly safe. Especially if you're going to be on the highway most of the time. So anyways, guys, also want to note that my channel is hitting, it's pushing 950 subs, man. Just want to thank you guys for all who subscribe to me, to this channel here. I just want to give you this big thank you to you all. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do, man. Let's get to 1,000. Man, that would just be that'd be awesome, man. I remember when I got 100 subscribers, like wow, But here I'm closing on 1,000. That is amazing, I know in the YouTube world, but don't mean much, but to me, man, that's just amazing. Honestly, I had this YouTube channel for going on 6 years now, and I know in the last 2 years I saw major growth in this channel. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video, and I guess I'll see you in the next one.